the two of you are just having such a love fest that one could plausibly come away from this saying, well, I mean, philosophy, if that's what floats your boat, Christ, if that's what floats your boat, the Bible, religion, you all come out in the same place. So I want to ask you, perhaps if you could just join the issue a little bit?
We had the original disagreement where we went back and forth, and that is, I think, it seems that's sort of essentially the only place where we actually have substantively disagreed, is what, if anything, grounds or explains objective moral truth. And my view is that essentially nothing, and that if that's a problem, that God doesn't help. God, the explanations in terms of God don't help. And of course, Greg disagrees. We went back and forth about that, and they are hard issues. But we disagree about that. Greg would think that I'm not entitled to agree with him about all of these things, about moral reasoning and about there being objective moral truths, because I don't have a foundation for explaining them. I don't. So although he's happy, I'm sure, to have me agree with him so much, he thinks that, given my views, I'm not entitled to do that, and I think that I am. And I think that his explanation in terms of God doesn't actually work, but so we do disagree there.
I think Scott's right about the level of our, the main part of our disagreement. And I'm not sure I want to say he's not entitled to that position, because I think, God made him just like God made me, right, with those purposes and those moral intuitions. God made our sense of smell too, and those moral intuitions can be reliable even without believing God. Believing God doesn't generally improve our sense of smell, but and it might not mean that just believing in God is going to give you better moral intuitions than someone else. So I'm not sure I want to say he's not entitled, but I do think that that they become kind of dangling things that are unexplained in ways that kind of cry out for more explanation. And this is where Scott and I disagree.
Yeah, except that I kind of do feel the dangling. And in some ways I sort of think it would be nice if there were an explanation that somehow tied it all together. I just don't think the God one works.
For more information about the Veritas Forum, including additional recordings and a calendar of upcoming events, please visit our website at veritas.org.